My last video about the F-squared rule performed far better than I expected. Thousands of people watched it, shared it, and left comments. Most of those comments focused on the same debate, whether it makes more sense to invest extra money or to pay off a mortgage faster. However, as I kept reading through the comments, I noticed a smaller group of viewers asking a very different and deeper question. You explained how debt works for regular people and how mortgages can be managed strategically, but what about wealthy people? How do they actually use debt and still become richer? One comment described a situation many people can relate to. The person wrote that their boss owned several rental properties, used a business line of credit, and had recently taken out another mortgage, yet he was worth millions. Meanwhile, they had been taught their entire life that all debt is bad. That question forces us to confront something uncomfortable because it suggests we may have been taught the wrong rules for money. It also forces us to consider the idea that maybe debt isn't a four-letter word. Maybe, in some situations, it can actually work for you. That's the perspective we're going to explore today. What most people are taught about debt. For most of our lives, we are taught a very simple rule about money. Debt is bad. Avoid it whenever possible. Stay debt-free and you will be financially safe. To be fair, for the average person, this advice is usually correct. High-interest credit cards, expensive car loans, and student debt with no clear payoff can slowly destroy someone's financial future. This kind of debt drains cash every month and moves you nowhere financially. Most people feel trapped by these debts. They see statements piling up, bills arriving every month, and no clear path to freedom. It can feel discouraging. But here's the part most people don't see. While regular people are warned to stay away from debt, wealthy people are using it in a completely different way. They are not afraid of debt, and they are not avoiding it. They are using it deliberately and strategically. As of December 2025, total consumer debt in the United States reached about $17.5 trillion, and the average household carries roughly $14,000 in debt. Most people see those numbers and feel stressed or trapped. Wealthy people see opportunity. The difference is mindset and strategy. For the wealthy, debt is a tool that, when used correctly, allows them to acquire assets, generate income, and grow wealth faster than their own savings ever could. The real truth about debt. Here is the key idea. Debt itself is not the enemy. Mismanaged debt is. Think about it this way. A hammer can build a house, or it can break a window. Debt is the same. It's not inherently bad. It's how you use it that matters. This statement sets the stage for the strategies I'm about to show you. Debt can be dangerous if handled poorly, but it can also be a powerful tool when used carefully. The wealthy understand this. They use debt as leverage to generate wealth rather than as a crutch for consumption. Strategy 1. Real estate and BRRR. One of the most powerful ways wealthy people use debt is through real estate. Most people believe investing in property means saving money for years, buying one property and slowly paying it off over decades. Wealthy investors approach real estate differently. They often use a strategy known as BRRR: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. This strategy allows them to grow their portfolio much faster than their own cash would normally allow. This strategy works best for experienced investors who understand renovation costs, refinancing rules, and local rental markets. Imagine you have $100,000. That already puts you ahead of most people financially. In late 2025, the median home price in the United States is around $420,000. If you buy a home the traditional way, you might purchase one property, lock most of your money into equity, and earn a small amount of monthly cash flow. Your capital is tied up and growth is slow. Now consider how an experienced investor might use the same amount of money. Look for a distressed property that needs work. Most buyers avoid these homes, which creates opportunity. Negotiate a lower price and renovate. Improvements increase value faster than waiting for market appreciation. Refinance the property at the new higher value. Pull out most of the original investment. Rent the property. Monthly income often covers most or all expenses. Repeat the process with another property. Over time, this allows control of multiple properties worth millions while using relatively little of your own money. Here's a real-world example. Suppose you buy a home for $330,000 with a down payment of $66,000. Renovations cost $55,000, bringing your total investment to $121,000. After improvements, the property's value rises to $485,000. Strategy 2. Trade credit and cash flow arbitrage. Wealthy people also use trade credit and timing to grow businesses. Much of global trade happens on borrowed money, not upfront cash. Most people think starting a business requires a large amount of upfront capital. Experienced entrepreneurs often think differently. Instead of paying for inventory up front, they negotiate payment terms with suppliers. With trade credit, a business can receive products today and pay the supplier weeks or months later. During that time, the products are sold and cash is collected from customers before the bill is due. This creates a cash flow gap where money works for you instead of sitting idle. Over time, as trust is built with suppliers, payment terms improve and allow for larger and more profitable orders. Of course, risk exists. If the product does not sell, the debt still must be paid. That's why successful entrepreneurs start small, learn the market, and scale carefully. Why wealthy people succeed with debt. Debt is a tool. Used correctly, it can accelerate wealth building. Used carelessly, it can destroy lives. Wealthy people succeed with debt because they follow these principles. They borrow at low rates and invest in assets that generate high returns. They keep cash reserves for unexpected problems. They plan for worst-case scenarios instead of assuming everything will go perfectly. They start small, prove the strategy works, and scale gradually. Every borrowed dollar must work for them. Most people play one financial game: work, save, avoid debt, and invest slowly over time. Wealthy people often play a different game: use leverage, assets, and tax efficiency to grow faster while accepting more complexity and risk. The key difference is strategy, patience, and planning, not luck, not magic, not endless hours of work. Final thoughts. Before using any of these strategies, be honest with yourself. Know what money you want it to do for you, how much risk you can handle, and how much responsibility you are willing to take. Debt is not magic, and it does not reward recklessness. It rewards understanding, discipline, and planning. Wealthy people are not smarter than anyone else. They simply respect the tools they use. The real question isn't whether debt is good or bad. It's whether you understand it well enough to use it responsibly. If you can answer that honestly, you'll be better equipped to make decisions that grow wealth safely instead of just following rules you were taught.
Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon.